Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be creating this look that you see right here. It is like a simple, everyday, daytime appropriate, work appropriate makeup look using the Morphe 35O2 palette for those of you guys that purchased it. That way you guys can get more ideas on different looks that you can create. And also I just really happen to like this palette. I think it's really versatile, and you guys will probably continue seeing this on my channel because it has great transition shades and also just great like outer corner shades, crease shades. It's just a really good overall palette. If you want to see how I achieve this look, then stay right there, don't move, and keep on watching. Okay, so as always, I've already applied an eyeshadow primer, and I do have a little bit of foundation on, as you guys can see, as well as my brows. And so I'm going to go ahead and open the Morphe palette again. And if we remember, this is what it looks like. It has a lot of warm shades in here. And today I want to go a little bit more with an everyday work look, if you will. Like work appropriate, everyday, you know, just running errands. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a fluffy brush. And there's like a medium-sized fluffy brush. And I'm going to go with the color Universal, which is this first one right in here. It's going to be a really light transition. And the only thing that I complain about with this palette is that there is like no brow highlight situation. I'm just going to work that into the crease in circular motions. And sort of windshield wiper motions, as MakeupGeek always says. A windshield wiper. I started watching YouTube back in 2009, and MakeupGeek is the first person on YouTube that I ever saw, and I was like obsessed with her. And I would recreate her looks every Saturday because I go to church on Saturdays. So every Saturday I would open her tutorials and I would follow like step by step and just create like a new look from her. I think I took it too high already. I'm already going places. I'm already going in a different direction than what I intended to. We can still salvage this, I hope. I hope. Okay. The thing is that it's a really pigmented palette. I will say that. It's a great starter palette. You see, this is more what I was going towards, like in the crease. I wonder if I could still bring it back on this side. That was a little high. Okay, so this is more what you want. I'm going to try to salvage this. So I'm going to go in with... I'm going to wipe off that brush really well and go in with MAC Vanilla from my everyday palette. And let's see if we can make this work. Bring that down a little bit so it looks more like this one. So I'm taking MAC Vanilla and I'm just going to put that below the brow and over, what was that called? Universal. It's not really doing much, it's just kind of changing the color. Just kind of made it more peachy. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side because whatever we do to one side, you must do to the other. But ultimately, it did soften it, but nope. There is no coming back. So I'm gonna have to go in with a little bit more of that same shade and just bring it up a tad on this side just to even it out. And I'm actually going to bring vanilla into the inner corner here as well. Perfect. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and go in with a slightly stiffer, still blending brush, but this one's really stiff and it is dome shaped. You can see that. And I'm just going to be darkening the outer corner. So actually, let's go back in with vanilla again. And I'm going to sweep that all over the lid. Let's go in with a smaller brush. Alright, so I'm switching brushes. I'm actually going to go in with this brush here, which is like a dome stiff brush. And I'm going to go in with a slightly darker brown. Actually, let's make it a much darker brown. I'm going to go in with the color Stone, which is right down at the bottom here. We'll give it a swatch so you guys can find something similar if you did not purchase the palette. I'm just going to put that in the outer V area. And with small strokes, just kind of sweep it inwards. And I just realized that Chuggington was probably playing in the background this whole time, which is like a Disney Junior show, by the way. And Alyssa's not even here, but I just like to have background noise when I'm at home alone. Is that weird? So, anyway, so I just turn on the TV and that's the channel that it's automatically on. I use it like as my own personal white noise, so I didn't even realize it was on. So I'm sorry if you guys can hear it in the audio. Just kind of shimming that back and forth just so that it really creates like a nice gradient. Like that. Then go back in with the brush that we used with vanilla and just kind of sweep it over it. Looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush and I'm wiping it off. Then I'm going to go back in with Universal, just tap it a little bit because we don't want to have the same issue that we had in the beginning. Tap it off a little too. And then just kind of sweep it back in. Just because sometimes you do lose a little bit of the color with all the blending. Just tap. Gonna put it back in here. I'm just going to go in with vanilla a little bit more just in the inner corner just to build it up in here so it's nice and bright and open eyes. So I guess I did kind of cheat because I didn't use all the colors from the Morphe palette, but there's not like a light enough shade that would give me this. So that's the only downside to this palette. You could always use the gold one if you'd prefer like a shimmer, but today I'm feeling a little matte. So I'm gonna do that. If you wanna make this a little bit more dramatic and maybe add like a little bit of a wing, I would go in with a like really fine brush like this one, or even an angled brush. Let me see, this is a really nice sharp one. This is by Sigma E65. Let me just use this one actually. And we're gonna create a shadow liner. So I'm going to go in with this color here, which is a dark brown, and I'm going to just push this as close as I can to my lash line. And for the most part, I don't want to be able to see that there is anything on my lash line. But really just completes the look, just makes the eye look a little more sultry, but still daytime appropriate. And then if you want just a little bit of a wing, but you don't want to take the time to do it with like wing liner in the morning when you're off to work, just do it with shadow, just here, like that, and bring it back in. And just smoke that out, and then just to blend that out, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more Universal and just tap it over here. Alright, so next I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. We're not going to do any lashes today because real life, not everybody wears lashes every single day. I have really short lashes, so I like to build them up a little bit when I'm not wearing lashes. I like to use, this is the Lancome Booster Serum. It's not a serum, it's like a mascara base. That's what it is. So I've seen these at the drugstore too. I used to use this when I was in like middle school and I first started wearing mascara. And there was like a mascara that had like two ends, and one was white and one was black. I don't know if anybody ever used that mascara. But anyway, so I do like to use a base when I'm not wearing lashes, just to give my own a little bit more length, a little bit more volume. Next, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous in Carbon Black. Or is this just the original? I'm just kidding. It's just the original. L'Oreal Voluminous Original. Okay, and I'm not going to do my lowers yet because I still have to go in with concealer, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go in with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and finish up the lower lash line. I'm going to use the color Stone, which we used in the outer corner. And just take that on a brush. And I'm going to tap off a little bit, just so it's not too dark. And smudge that on my lower lash line. A little bit more. Oh, see? Too much. And take off my lip mask that I had on. And I'm gonna actually go in with blush first. Should we skip contour today? No, I can't do that. I can't skip contour. So I'm gonna go in and contour just a teensy little bit. I can't help myself, I have to. NYX contour palette, as always, because you guys know that is how I do. And I'm just gonna buff it on just to give back a little bit of color, not even like contouring. As I tab it up here, tab it up here. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go in on my nose, just a teensy little bit. I'll shade the bottom just to make it a little shorter, and lift the tip, if you will, the sides. Right, then I'm going to go in with blush. Again, for today, I'm going to use the one from my Everyday palette. And that's going to be the CoverGirl Natural Twinkle. Great. Fantastic. Don't worry, guys. We can fix this. If only I had to wash my brushes. Well, we can fix it. How can we fix it? I have no idea. That, I don't know. Let me just try wiping it off. I'm gonna go with a little bit of more subtle highlight, which is the MAC Soft and Gentle. Oh, and I'm just gonna, that's not my brush, this one. And I'm just gonna run it just a little bit here. Then I'm gonna go with a little bit of lip gloss. Again, trying to keep this look as simple as possible. And this is a NYX lip gloss. Alright, so that's it for this look. I hope you guys like it. I really like it. I think it's like perfect for every day. Like, it's not too much, but I still feel pretty put together and glam. So that is another look using the Morphe 35O2 palette. I'm going to continue to use this palette. I'm going to use the heck out of it. Sorry guys. But that way you guys can get a lot of use out of it if you guys did purchase the palette. And I really like big palettes like this because, like I said, this is how I started in makeup. This is how I learned how to do my makeup. I bought like an 88 eyeshadow palette from Coastal Scents, and I think the quality is great for the price, and you get a bunch of eyeshadows to play with. And yeah, so I'm going to do maybe one more look with this palette, and it'll be something a little bit more bright using these orange shades here, which I think will be a little bit harder to use. So stay tuned for that. And then you guys will probably continue seeing this because it has a lot of great like basic colors, neutrals, transitions, and what have you. So it's just a great palette to use overall. So that being said, I don't have anything else to say. Do I? Nope. Nope, that's it. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and hit that like button because those help me out so much, and leave a comment down below letting me know if you want to see any more looks using the Morphe 35O2 or any other palettes that you guys would like me to create looks for. So remember that wherever you go and whatever you do, always leave your mark.